Okay, this one is going to be called validation. This is for people who seek validation outside of themselves, and I can I can say I'm one of those people that done seek validation outside of myself instead of going within myself to seek validation. I've noticed people who seek validation from outside world. I noticed those people are like people pleasing, do anything to please people, don't really do anything for themselves, don't take themselves out, don't do anything for themselves. And I can touch on that because I'm one of those people that really don't do nothing for myself. I try to do and be there for everybody else except and be there for myself. Like me, I'm a full-time mom, and now I'm going through anxiety, I'm going through depression. Anxiety has been has been a ruler of my life right now. It's been taking a big toll on me right now. And I'm in counseling for it now. I know they say, like, in a black household, whatever goes on in the house should stay in the home. At first I did agree to that because I didn't know any better. So I agree with that term. What goes on in your home should stay in your home. But everything, you shouldn't want to hold on to all of that alone. That's the reason why, that is the number one reason why the crime rate is so high. Well, I'm not going to say the crime rate. Well, the crime rate too, and the suicide rate is so high in the black community because we're taught to be strong and don't say what goes on in the home and be quiet and deal with that. Like, why should we have to hold on to all of that stuff instead of seeking help? There's nothing wrong with getting some help. It's really not. But they tell us be strong. Don't talk to people about what's going on inside the home. Why not? That's not healthy. That's not healthy. The only thing that do is just pass. Only thing that does is pass down trauma after generation after generation after generation. Only thing that does is pass down trauma, and that's not fair. Instead of let us get help, letting them get some help. When you want to talk to somebody in your so-called family, people you grew up with, you want to talk to them about what you're dealing with within yourself and what's going on up in your mind. The first thing I want to tell you, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just crazy, and ain't nothing wrong with you. And you, instead of just listening, then here they on the phone calling everybody in the family like, well, such and such did this or such and such did that, or like, why do we do that? Why don't we just help? When somebody say they going through something, they depressed and they feeling suicidal, they feel like hurting themselves or harming themselves or killing themselves, why don't we step up and speak up and help? Instead, the first thing people want to do is get on the phone and talk about you. And then when they done talking about you, then when they see you done committed suicide, then they want to be all on like, oh, I miss him, we was close, or I loved her, we was close. And no, you didn't, because if you did, you would have helped them when they kept reaching out to you for some help. But instead, what you do, you turned around and you talk about them. That's sad when you can't go to nobody in the family that you were so called born into and get any help. Instead, they talk about you. They low rate you. They downgrade you. They talk about you. The first thing they want to say is, "Oh, you crazy." Then a person can't suffer from mental health issues and have negative thoughts, but they got to be crazy. People get wrote off so quick in this world that, oh, they're crazy. Write them off. Instead of getting them some help, you go out and get into trouble. The first thing they want to do is write you off and send you to prison instead of getting you some help. Why did the first thing they want to do in the community is throw them in prison instead of getting them some help? Going through the go to them, go back, look back on their childhood. Like, there's a lot of things that goes on in a black household that don't get talked about. And the first thing they want to say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. Don't be telling nobody what goes on in this house and blah, blah, this. Why not? Why not get some help? You got people out there that's willing to help you. You got people out there willing to listen. Everybody ain't going to tell you what it is that you want to hear. And not everybody going to tell you this what you need to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Whether you want to hear it or not, it's what you need in this world and not what you want. I'm learning that part. It's what you need in this world, not what you want. Oh, shit, in that garage. Huh?